I've been telling, like, well, not lately, but like a while ago, I had told a few people that I would do certain tag videos, and then I just never did them. If you have been watching my recent videos, then you know why. Just due to circumstances, I've just been preoccupied, and I didn't get around to them, so I'm bored, and I can't sleep now, and Neil's not here, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to do all of the tag videos that I said I would do, or not even just all tag videos. Some of them are just videos I've told people that I would do, but I'll go ahead and do it now. I'm being blinded by my camera light, by the way, so I'm sorry if I keep, like, I can't see very well. But if I don't have it on, like, everything looks red for some reason. So anyways, okay. The first tag video was made by Blah06, and she made this up herself. It's a spouse survey. Or tag video. Okay, the first one is, how did you meet? I met Neil in high school, senior year. We had been going to school together since like 9th grade, but I don't know. I didn't see him. I don't think I had any classes with him. I didn't know he was there until senior year, and he sat behind me a few seats in trigonometry class, and he would copy my homework because I did my homework and he didn't. But we never really talked. He just kind of copied my homework, and I thought he was cute, so I let him copy my homework. Yeah, he said he wanted to ask me out, but he found out from his friend Jason, who was my friend, that I wasn't allowed to date until I graduated. So he didn't ask me. But then after school ended, he found me on MySpace, and he was like, do you remember me? And I was like, yeah, I remember you. You know, we only talked a couple times in school, and he was like, yeah, and he told me that in high school he really wanted to ask me out, and he was like, so can you go out on a date now? And I was like, yeah, I can. And so we did, and we've been together ever since. What was your first date? He came and picked me up. He drove all the way from Paris Island, and I was in Alexandria. I don't know how far that is, but I'm just going to assume it's a little bit far. And he came and picked me up, and we went to this really pretty park under a gazebo, and I don't know, it wasn't anything like super fancy, but that just was our first date. First kiss, he took me to that same gazebo in the Ben Brennan Park that we had our first date, and he kissed me there. It was very unexpected, but he kissed me there. 4, did you know that he was the one? I wouldn't say I knew he was the one the first second I met him, because, I mean, I just met him. And I wasn't even thinking about marriage, so I wasn't thinking about the one. I was just kind of thinking, like, this is so exciting. I've never been allowed to date before, and all these guys are just, I was going insane. And I was like, oh, I love guys. I like going out with them. I was so excited, so that's pretty much all I was thinking about at first. But it wasn't very long before I knew he was the one. First impression. My first impression of him was in high school, and I thought he was like super cool, because I wasn't. I was kind of like preppy, and I did like the bake sales and all advanced placement classes, and I did my homework, and he didn't. He wore this like black suede jacket all the time, and I just thought he was popular. That's what I thought. Do you have any traditions? Not really. Not any that I can think of that are like interesting enough to talk about. What was your first road trip? Our first road trip was from Virginia to North Carolina, and it was right after we got married, and I was moving to North Carolina to live with him. Who said I love you first? He did. When did you meet the family? I don't remember when I met his family, but he met my mom when I first got my own apartment, and he was coming from North Carolina, and my mom was over, and we were just going to have pizza and everything so I could introduce them. And when he first came in, he thought that my mom was my friend. He didn't know it was my mom. My mom looks really young. Actually, I can prove it. My mom just sent me a care package, and she made me a pillowcase and she silk screened our pictures onto it. So here it is. I don't know if you can see that, but that's my mommy and me. See, my mom looks pretty young, so I don't blame him for not knowing that that was my mom. Let's see. Sorry I keep playing with my hair. It's a habit. What do you guys argue about? I don't know. We don't really argue. Yeah. I don't know. We don't really argue, so I can't think of anything. We have like little tiffs every now and then, but they only last like a couple minutes, and it's about stupid stuff like I don't know. He'll shake the orange juice carton without making sure the top is on really good, and the orange juice will go everywhere, and I know I have to clean it up because he won't clean it as good as I will, so I get irritated. But I don't know. I don't usually get mad at him, and he doesn't get mad at me. We don't argue about anything. Do you have, I guess, trouble with exes? No, neither of us talk to any of our exes. Although I don't really have that many like exes. I did go on dates with like different guys, but I only had like one boyfriend before Neil, and I most definitely don't talk to him anymore. He doesn't talk to any of his old girlfriends, so no, we don't have trouble with exes. What did your husband think when you guys found out you were pregnant? He was excited, as was I, and we will be very excited the next time we make a little baby. What do you guys do for a job? I stay home. My job is cooking and cleaning and anything that he needs. That's my job. His job is he plays the saxophone for the Marine Corps Band. And the last question is, what do you think about John and Kate? I guess who do I feel is to blame? I don't really know if like one is to blame. I saw the show, and I saw that she was somewhat verbally abusive. But at the same time, I saw that, you know, sometimes like he just was not being as helpful as he could have been, and I know I get frustrated sometimes, and I think if I had 8 children running around and there was another adult there and they weren't helping me, I would probably just not be very nice either in my vocalizing what I needed him to do. But she was a little bit more harsh than I think was necessary, and yeah. I don't know. Both. I think both are to blame for their whole situation. And as far as them speaking out publicly right now, I think that John is being immature and he should just keep private stuff private. And I think Kate should stop playing so much of a victim, because it just seems that way when she does her video, or when she does interviews and things. She just seems like she's so... I mean, I'm sure she's sad, but like she's making it out to be like she didn't want it to happen and she's the only one that's sad, like not taking responsibility, I guess, for anything. And as far as him, I just think he's being catty and immature. But anyways, that's my thoughts on that. So that's my video. Hope you liked it, and I will start getting ready to make the second one. Bye-bye.